Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday English Talk, the podcast where you can practice simple, real English with us. I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben. Thanks for joining us today. Maybe you're listening while walking, studying, cooking, or relaxing. Wherever you are, we're happy you're here.
Today's episode is about something fun, travel dreams. We all have a place we want to visit one day. Maybe a beach, maybe a big city, maybe a mountain.
Yes, even if we don't travel right now, we can still imagine. Talking about where you want to go is a great way to practice English.
We'll share our own travel dreams, practice simple sentences like, I want to go to Paris, or I dream of visiting Japan, and learn new travel words.
And don't forget, at the end, we'll have a listener challenge for you to practice listening, speaking, and writing.
Oh, and remember, you can download the free PDF transcript and practice guide in the description below. That way you can read, listen, and practice again anytime.
All right, are you ready to dream about travel with us?
Let's go. So, Ben, let's start with a simple but exciting question. Where do you want to go one day?
Good question. I want to go to Japan. It's my dream. I want to see Tokyo, the bright lights, the busy streets, and of course, eat real sushi.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Japan is such a popular travel dream. Many people want to visit because it has modern cities and also beautiful nature.
Yes. I also want to see the cherry blossoms in spring. The pink flowers look so beautiful in pictures.
That's true. I also dream of visiting Japan one day. Maybe I will go to Kyoto. I want to see the old temples, the quiet gardens, and people wearing traditional clothes.
Japan has so much. Technology, food, history, it's all there. But Anna, what about you? Where else do you want to go?
I want to visit Italy. When I think about Italy, I imagine delicious pizza and pasta. I want to walk in Rome, near the Colosseum, and see the history with my own eyes.
Italy, nice choice. I also dream of Venice. I want to ride in a gondola, those little boats on the canals. It looks so romantic and peaceful.
Yes, and Florence, with all the art museums and old buildings, Italy is really a dream destination.
You know, Anna, many people have dream cities. Some people say Paris with the Eiffel Tower. Some say New York with Times Square.
Yes, and for others, it's not a big city, but a beach. They dream of a quiet place near the sea, with sand, sun, and fresh air.
That's true. A travel dream doesn't need to be far away. Maybe it's just a nice city in your own country.
Exactly. So, listeners, let's practice together. You can say, I want to go to. I dream of visiting. One day I will travel to.
Let's give more examples. I want to go to Paris and see the Eiffel Tower. I dream of visiting Thailand and relaxing on the beach. One day, I will travel to New York City.
Good. And here are some travel words for today's practice. Dream. Something you hope for in the future. Example. My dream is to travel to Paris.
Visit. Go to a place. See it. Example. I want to visit my friend in London.
Travel. Go to another place, maybe far away. Example. I love to travel by train.
Beach. A place with sand and sea. Example. I want to sit on the beach and watch the sunset.
That's great. And listeners, you can make your own sentence too. Just say, I want to go to, and add the place you dream about.
Remember, you don't need long sentences. One short sentence is powerful. If you say it out loud every day, your English will grow stronger.
Yes, and saying your dream out loud makes it feel more real. Maybe one day, you will really travel there. So Ben, we talked about where we want to go, but when we travel, it's not only about the place, it's also about what we do there.
Yes, exactly. The activities make the trip special. For example, if I go to Japan, I don't just want to walk in Tokyo. I want to eat ramen, visit a temple, and maybe even ride the bullet train.
That sounds exciting. And in Japan, the bullet train is called the Shinkansen. It is one of the fastest trains in the world. Imagine, you get on the train, and suddenly, in a few hours, you are in another city. That's a travel activity in itself.
Right. And food is always a big part of my travel dream. Wherever I go, I want to try local food. In Italy, I will eat pasta and pizza. In Mexico, I will eat tacos and burritos. In Thailand, I will eat spicy noodles and maybe mango sticky rice.
I agree. Food is not only about eating, food tells us about the culture. When you eat local food, you also learn about local life. For example, in Vietnam, many people eat pho hot noodle soup for breakfast. So if you eat pho in the morning, you experience daily life.
That's a great example. For me, if I travel to Egypt, I want to see the pyramids. That is an activity connected to history and adventure.
Wow, the pyramids. Imagine standing in front of something built more than 4,000 years ago. You can take photos, touch the stones, and feel history around you.
Yes, and activities don't always need to be big. Sometimes they are small but beautiful. For example, if I go to Paris, I want to drink coffee in a cafe and just watch people walking by.
That's true. In many European cities, people love to sit in cafes, relax, and watch life. That can be as enjoyable as visiting a museum.
So let's give our listeners some useful travel activity phrases. Ready?
Yes, repeat after us. I want to eat local food. I want to visit a museum. I want to see a famous place. I want to go shopping. I want to take photos. I want to walk around the city. That's great. For me, in Thailand, I want to eat mango sticky rice, visit temples, and ride a boat on the river.
And in Australia, I want to see kangaroos, go to the beach, and take a photo near the Sydney Opera House.
See everyone? Travel activities are fun to imagine. You can mix food, culture, history, and fun.
Anna, can I tell you something funny?
Of course.
My dream activity is to go to South Korea and eat Korean barbecue every day. I don't know if that's healthy, but it's my dream.
That sounds delicious. And you're not alone. Many people have food dreams when they travel.
Yes, food is always part of travel, but also experiences. For example, in Iceland, I want to see the Northern Lights. That's not food, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime activity.
Oh yes, the Northern Lights are so colorful in the night sky, green, purple, sometimes red. They move like magic. That's a beautiful dream.
And for another simple activity, in Greece, I want to swim in the blue sea and sit on the beach at sunset. Sometimes, travel is just about relaxing.
Very true. Travel dreams can be about adventure, history, food, or just peace and quiet.
So listeners, when you travel, what do you want to do? Do you want to eat food, see famous places, or take photos? Say one sentence right now. I want to.
Okay, so we have talked about where we want to go and what we want to do. But Ben, dreaming is easy. Planning is harder.
Yes, planning is the serious part of travel. If you don't plan, your dream trip can become stressful. You need to think about tickets, money, time, and preparation.
Let's start with tickets. For many trips, you need to buy a bus, train, or plane ticket. Sometimes, you need to book early because tickets get expensive or sold out.
Right. For example, if you want to fly to Europe in the summer, Tickets can be very expensive, but if you book 3 or 4 months before, you can save money.
And not only tickets, you also need to think about where to stay. Do you want a hotel, a hostel, or maybe Airbnb? Planning ahead helps you find a good price and a safe place.
Yes, and don't forget documents. For some countries, you need a passport or a visa. If you forget, you cannot enter.
Exactly. For example, if you are from one country and want to visit the US, you need a visa. So planning means check the rules before you go.
Now let's do our challenge. We have 3 parts: listening, speaking, and writing.
That would be terrible, so you should make a budget. A budget is a plan for your money. You write, ticket $500, hotel $300, food $200, and then you know how much you need.
That's a smart idea. And also, different countries use different currencies. In Japan, it's yen. In Europe, many countries use the euro. In the UK, it's pounds. So, maybe you need to exchange money before you travel.
Yes, I remember my first flight. I was so nervous. The plane was shaking a little, and I thought, oh no, is it safe? But later, I got used to it, and now I enjoy flying.
That's a great tip. And let's talk about time. Travel takes time. Maybe you need 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. If you only have 2 days, maybe you can't go very far.
Right. For short time, you can travel inside your own country, maybe take a bus to another city. For long holidays, you can go abroad. Planning time is very important.
And finally, preparation. You need to prepare clothes, a suitcase, maybe medicine. If you go to a hot country, bring t-shirts. If you go to a cold country, bring a warm jacket.
Yes, I once traveled to a cold country without a good coat. I was freezing the whole trip, so now I always check the weather before I travel.
That's a great habit. Also, don't forget small things: phone charger, toothbrush, or travel adapter.
Oh yes, adapters are important. In many countries, the electric plugs are different. If you don't have an adapter, you cannot charge your phone.
So, to make it easy, let's give our listeners a checklist for planning travel dreams.
Good idea. Okay, repeat after us. Buy your ticket. Book your hotel. Check your passport and visa. Make a budget. Exchange some money. Plan your time. Pack your clothes and things.
Perfect. Now, let's do some example practice.
Ben, what do you need to plan for your trip to Japan?
I need to buy a plane ticket, book a hotel, check my passport, and exchange money into yen.
And what do you need for your trip to Paris?
I need to make a budget, pack some warm clothes, and remember an adapter for my charger.
Great answers.
Now it's your turn, listeners. Think about your dream trip. What do you need to plan? Say 1 or 2 sentences out loud, like, I need to buy a ticket, or I need to check my passport.
Yes, speaking out loud helps you remember.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content. Click the subscribe button and stay updated with our latest episodes.
Okay, so now we've talked about destinations and planning. But travel is not only about things to do, it's also about feelings. When people think about travel, they feel many different emotions: excitement, nervousness, happiness, or sometimes fear.
Yes, that's true. For example, when I think about traveling to Japan, I feel excited. I imagine eating sushi, visiting temples, and seeing cherry blossoms. My heart feels happy.
That's a beautiful feeling. For me, when I dream about traveling to Paris, I feel romantic and inspired. I think about the Eiffel Tower, French music, and drinking coffee in a little cafe.
Wow, that sounds amazing. But not all feelings are positive. Sometimes people feel nervous about travel. For example, if it's your first time on an airplane, you may feel scared.
Yes, I remember my first flight. I was so nervous. The plane was shaking a little and I thought, oh no, is it safe? But later, I got used to it, and now I enjoy flying.
That's a good story. And sometimes people feel worried about language. If you travel to another country and don't speak the language well, you might feel shy.
True, I once traveled to Italy, and I didn't know many Italian words. Ordering food was difficult. But then I learned some simple phrases like grazie and ciao. That helped me feel more confident.
That's a great tip. Even learning just 2 or 3 words can make you feel less nervous.
Exactly. And don't forget, travel also brings joy and surprise. Sometimes the best moments are small, like meeting a friendly local or finding a beautiful street by accident.
Yes, I agree. When I traveled to Thailand, I met some local people who showed me around the market. They were so kind. That memory is more special than just taking photos.
So, listeners, let's practice some phrases to talk about feelings. Repeat after us. I feel excited. I feel nervous. I feel happy. I feel worried. I feel surprised.
Good. And let's make short sentences with travel dreams.
Okay. I feel excited when I think about going to Paris.
I feel nervous about flying on a plane.
I feel happy when I dream about eating sushi in Japan.
I feel worried about speaking another language.
I feel surprised when I discover something new while traveling.
Excellent practice. Remember, sharing your feelings makes your travel story more interesting. If you just say, I want to go to Paris, it's okay. But if you say, I want to go to Paris because I feel excited and inspired, the story becomes stronger.
Yes, feelings make communication richer. And also, when you share your feelings, people understand you better.
Right. So listeners, here's a little role play idea. You can practice with a friend or even by yourself. One person asks, where do you want to travel? The other person answers with a feeling like, I want to travel to Japan. I feel happy and excited.
That's a simple but powerful way to connect travel dreams and emotions.
Okay, Anna, let me ask you, where do you want to travel and how do you feel?
I want to travel to Greece. I feel relaxed when I think about the blue sea and white houses.
Nice. And I want to travel to New York City. I feel excited and full of energy when I imagine walking through Times Square.
Great examples. Before we finish, let's share a fun fact about travel. Did you know that the most visited city in the world is Bangkok, Thailand? Every year, more than 20 million people travel there.
Wow, that's amazing. And another fun fact, do you know what the longest flight in the world is? It's from Singapore to New York City. The flight takes almost 19 hours without stopping.
That's a long time on a plane. Imagine sitting, eating, and even sleeping all on the plane for almost one whole day.
Yes, but it's also exciting because you travel from one side of the world to the other. Now let's do our challenge. We have 3 parts: listening, speaking, and writing.
Listening challenge.
Listen to this episode again. Try to find 3 countries or cities we mentioned. Can you remember them?
Speaking challenge. Say 5 sentences about your travel dream. For example, I want to go to Paris. I take the train to another city. I feel excited about traveling. Writing challenge.
Write a short paragraph about your dream trip. For example, I want to travel to Japan. I will eat sushi and visit temples. I feel happy and excited when I think about it.
That's a great practice. Writing helps you remember the new words and sentences. And that's all for today's episode of Everyday English Talk.
We hope you enjoyed talking about travel dreams with us.
Remember, you can listen again, repeat the sentences, and download the free PDF to practice more. It includes vocabulary, expressions, and fun exercises.
And we want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, where do you want to go, and how do you feel about it?
Yes, sharing your answers is a fun way to practice English and connect with other learners.
Keep practicing a little English every day. Even small steps make a big difference.
We'll be back soon with another fun and simple topic.
Bye for now, and happy travels in your dreams.